This is why he paid is not the same thing as leadership. I want to address this because this is how women accidentally kill polarity without even realizing it. A man saying I'll plan, but then you end up finding the place, researching, coordinating, making the reservations, while all he has to do is just pay. That's all he has to do, just pay. That is not leadership. That is him outsourcing the mental load, leaving all the work on you. And I need you to hear me clearly. Paying is not the same as leading. Because provision without leadership will eventually destroy attraction. Women often say, well, some men they just aren't good at these things. They're not good at this, which is you're excusing his lack of leadership. But what I want you to do is ask yourself this question honestly. Is he not good at planning his career? Is he not resourceful when something matters to him? Or is he only suddenly confused when it comes to leading you? Because masculine men are not helpless. They are resourceful. And the worst thing you can do is treat him like he's a helpless child, because he's not. Let's be realistic here. Women aren't good at everything either, but we learn because we have to. When a woman steps in too fast and does the thinking for him, she doesn't help him. She weakens his masculine edge. That's what you're doing. And here's what women do not want to hear. This dynamic does not stay small. It doesn't just stay at Valentine's Day. It doesn't just stay at just dinner reservations. It becomes you planning everything, you carrying the mental load, you managing the relationship, and him just showing up and paying. Fast forward a few years, you're living together, you're planning everything, you're organizing appointments, and you're leading the household. Now add kids to that mix. And suddenly you don't desire him anymore. Suddenly there's not that attraction and that chemistry for each other anymore. And not because he's a bad man, because little by little you will stop respecting him because he's not leading. I promise you, I can guarantee on it. I already seen this with my clients. Men who provide financially but do not lead directionally. And then as a woman, you're confused because he pays, he shows up, he provides. But money alone does not create polarity, and it does not keep the attraction alive. A man must lead and provide. If all he does is pay while you think, plan, manage, direct, you will eventually feel like his mother. And that is a form of mothering him. And no woman is going to have a sexual desire and want to sleep with a man that she feels like she's being his mama and she's managing him. That's how attraction dies, quietly, slowly, and predictably. And here's a truth women need to sit with. When you rescue a man from leadership, you're training him out of it. And he's going to go and probably want to lead elsewhere. You don't allow him to rise, and you make it comfortable for him not to rise. A man becomes a leader by being required to lead, not by you leading for him. You will not respect him. Mark my words. Glow Mother rule: do not confuse paying with leadership. Paying and leadership are two different qualities and characteristics that he must have. Provider, leader. Do not overfunction and call it love. And do not baby a man and then be surprised when there's no polarity in your relationship. Because it will not survive. If he says he will plan, let him plan. That's how masculine men are built. And women subtly hinder men to grow. We also play a role in men not rising when they're in our presence. Because if you required him, if all women required this, they would rise. Not through rescuing, not through managing, but through responsibility. A man should come in your life and have some type of responsibility to be here, to come here, to have access to you, and to stay here. Okay? Because they get comfortable too. And if he's not playing his part, get rid of him. I'm telling you, get rid of him. This exact dynamic, provider without leadership, is exactly what I help women untangle inside the feminine reset and inside the provider magnet. If you need help in like how to navigate a provider and letting him lead and all of that, the provider magnet will help you a lot with this. Because attraction dies quietly before relationships end loudly. Always remember that. I hope this video helped. I hope it gave you clarity. I love you. Mwah. Bye.